money. Now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the U.S.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he will lose. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Turner. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go.
A handoff to Barkley. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. Looking for Shepard deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Keenum now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Yeah, we're good.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Finding Gabriel complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Let's go. Jam. Hey, go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right. Go, doctor.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gone!
They'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but when you get up the 0 for 4 range, that can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Leopard!
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Running left, it's Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Keenum to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Forced out to his left, and that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Giants ready to come out now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And got his man complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 74 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. They'll run on first down. Turner. And he stopped immediately there. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Gone!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Keenum to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. A handoff. Barkley running left. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back?
And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And spins away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Here's Keenum now on second down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This is taken at the 3. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On first down, Turner. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Leopard! Gun!
A first down carry for Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Turner looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Yeah, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Whoa, it still won't go down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Keenum on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
He'll get it up the middle, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. From the gun, here's Keenum. That's caught. It's Thomas. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go to Barkley again. Look at this spin. Balance. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. The pitch goes to Barkley, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Lucky 56.
The toss out to Barkley. And he works free. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Barkley, toss play left, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing now, Keenum. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
2nd and 10. Keenum here again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And Lutz's kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
A give. This is Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Down. Very left.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.